Applied Mathematics, Chapter 9, Functions. Some real function. Constant function, let's C be a fixed real number for which fx is equal to c for all x belongs to a real number. In this case, we say let the fixed real number be 2. Then we say that fx is equal to 2. If we have taken the c to be a fixed number as 2, then fx is equal to 2. So we give the value to x, corresponding we get the value as 2. We give the value of x as 1. If x is 1, our fx is 2. If x is 2, our f2 is again 2. If x is 3, our fx is 3. So every time we give the value to x, corresponding we get the value as 2 only. Sorry, this is 2. So we get, if x is 1, we have the value 2. For x is 2, the value of fx is 2. For x is 3, the value of fx is 2. So every time when we give the value to x, the value of fx is at a distance of 2 units. So this we get the distance of 2 units. Every time we give the value to x, we get the value of fx as at the distance of 2 units. At the distance of 2 units from the x-axis. So this is the line. We say that fx is equal to 2. This is the line, fx is equal to 2. Or we can say that this fx is also, y-axis is also as said to be an fx, because for the y-axis, the value of fx is the value of y-axis itself. So value of y is the x-axis. So we can say fx is equal to 2. So every time, if for some reason we say our constant is c is 0, the real fixed number is 0, we say that the constant is 0, what will happen? Then this distance reduces to 0 distance. This reduces to this, and this line coincides with x-axis. So our graph is of x-axis. So the graph is maintained of the constant function will be the x-axis. So hence we say the constant function is the graph in which we have a single number, that is a constant number, and it is represented as the graph is represented is parallel to x-axis. And we talk about the domain. When we talk about the domain of this graph, the domain of the graph, domain is the value of x-axis. The set of all values of x-axis, the domain. So here we have given the value x as 1, 2, 3, all real number, because all line, this x-axis is the value of all the real numbers. So we can say that the domain is the real number R. And when we talk about the range, range is the value of fx. Every time we give the value to x, corresponding we get the value of fx as 2. So here the range is, in this particular case, the range is 2, or we can say the range of the constant function is, the range of constant function is c, constant. The constant value we have taken, the constant fixed real value. The constant fixed real number will be the range of the constant function, and the domain of constant function is the real number. Now, when we talk about the identity function, or you can say that identity function, you can say identical value. Identical value. Identity function is the identical value. We can say fx is equal to x for all x belongs to a real number. You give the value to x as 1. If x is 1, fx is also 1. If x is 1, fx is also 1. X is 2, fx is 2. X is 3, fx is 3. If x is minus 1, fx is minus 1. So this will be the graph of the value as fx is equal to x. And we know that the value of fx is the y-axis, because corresponding we get the value of all the value what we are getting in on fx is a lie on y-axis. Therefore, y is equal to fx. We can also say that y is equal to x. In the other way, fx is equal to x means y is equal to x, because the value of fx lie on y-axis. All the value we are getting from the fx is lie on y-axis. Therefore, we can say y is equal to x in that case. So the graph of this identity function is is the is just inclined, or it is been at a degree of 45 degree. It is been from the x-axis, it gives the degree of it's inclined by 45 degree. So the graph which passes through the x-axis and it's a straight line graph. So the identical function we have y is equal to x also. When we talk about the domain, as we know that the set of values of f at the set of all values of f at which the function is defined. Set of all values of f at which the function is defined means the give the value x as 1, you will get 1. So every time you give the value x as 1, 2, 3, 4, corresponding you get the value of fx as 1, 2, 3, 4. If you give the value of x as 1, 2, 3, 4, corresponding you get the value of fx also, the 1, 2, 3, 4. And what is fx? Fx is basically y. So the corresponding value of y is 1, 2, 3, 4. So we can say the graph is a straight line. When we talk about the domain of this function, what will be the domain? Domain is set of all real number, because we give the value of x as 1, 2, 3, 4, minus 1, minus 2, all the numbers lying on x-axis, and the number lying on x-axis are the real number. Therefore the domain is real number. And the range will be, what will be the range? Range is the value of fx corresponding to the value of x. You give the value to x corresponding the value of fx is the range. So we give the value of x as 1, corresponding we get the value of fx as 1. We give the value as 2, correspondingly value as we get fx as 2. You give the value x 3, so we corresponding we get the value of fx as 3. So every value of x we are getting the fx, the value of fx. So for every real number of x, every domain we get the real number, which is again the range of the function. So domain of the for identical function, domain is the real number and range is also the real number. Reciprocal function. A function is defined as fx is equal to 1 upon x for x not equal to 0. Because if denominator becomes 0, then the function is not defined. So we have fx is equal to 1 upon x for x not equal to 0. The graph of this function is given as, you give the value to x, you give the value to x as 1. We need not to give the value x as 0. Other than 0, we give the value x as 1, corresponding we get the value of fx. You give the value of x as 2, corresponding you will get the value of fx. So every time you give the value to x, corresponding you will getting the value of fx also. Similarly, if you give the negative value to x, corresponding you get the negative value of fx also. So the graph is given by this, is just like this. If you focus on this, it's just, you can see that it is a kind of a hyperbola. The graph is kind of a hyperbola where origin is not included. 0 is not included in this case. So we say that domain of this graph, domain, we know that domain is a set of value of x. So here we are giving the value x as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, all positive real number and all negative real number we are giving. But we are not giving the value x as 0, because for 0 the function is not defined. So we can say that domain is all real value except 0. Domain will be, the domain of this function is all real value except 0. And when we talk about the range you can again see that in this case you're giving the value of x, corresponding you get the value of fx, and we know that the value of all the set of all values of fx getting from the corresponding, we are giving the value to x, it will be the range of the function. So again you give the value, again the range will be r except 0, real number except 0. So domain of the real or reciprocal function is r minus r except 0, and range is also real number except 0. Square root of a function. A function defined as fx is equal to under root x. The graph of this function is given as a curve which ends to the infinity. It goes on and on. You give the value x as 0. We give the value x as 0. Corresponding, you get the value of fx as 0. The value of x as 1. Corresponding, the value of fx is also 1. 2. The value of fx is square root 2. Square root is an irrational number which is a kind of a real number. So for, and we know that fx is the value of y itself. So we can say that in this case domain of this function is, since we give the value x as 0, 0 to on, because we cannot give the value as negative because it won't give you our real number. So we give the value of x as 0 to infinity. Domain of this function is 0 to infinity. We can give 0, 1, 2 and so on. We cannot give the negative value. If we give -1, then it won't be a real number. So we know that for the domain it should be a real number. So therefore we can give the value x as 0 onwards, 0, 1, 2, 3 to infinity we can give. So the domain is 0 to infinity for a square root of function, and range is also 0 to infinity, because the value of fx is what we get the value when we put the value of x as 0 to infinity. Corresponding we get the value of fx, which is again 0 to infinity. So we have the range as 0 to infinity and domain as 0 to infinity for square root of function. Polynomial function. A function defined as fx is equal to a naught plus a1x plus a2x square and so on an xn, where a naught, a1 and so on an are the non-negative integers. The graph for the polynomial function, there is no graph for the polynomial function, but there is the graph of the some function which are in the polynomial function. For if say for example fx is equal to x square, because for some different function we have different graphs. I am taking some examples of this of the graph to explain to you. Fx is equal to x square. Let the function is fx is equal to x square. For this we give the value to x, corresponding we get the value of x. Let x is 0, so our fx is also 0. Let x is 1, then our fx is 1 square 1. We know that fx is the value of fx is the value of y. So if we give the value x as 1, we get the fx as 1. So I will plot the point here. Give the value x as 2, we get the value of fx as 2 square means 4. 2, 3, 4. I get the value as 4. If I give the value of fx as -1, x as -1, then -1 square is 1. I get fx as 1. If I give the value of x as -2, then -2 square is 4. So I will get the value point here as, if I join all these points, what should I get? I will get the graph like this. It's just like a U, or it's a kind of a parabola. We will study later on, and it's just kind of a parabola we will study later on. The graph is in the shape of a parabola. The graph of fx is equal to x square. Domain of this function is, we give the value x as 0, 1, 2, 0, -1, -2, all the values on x-axis we can give. That will be the value of, it will be accepted by the function. So therefore the domain of this function is R. The domain of the function fx is equal to x square is the real number, and the range is, you can observe, I give the value x as 1, the value of fx is also 1. I give the value of x as -1. Again, I get the value of fx as +1. So for every positive or negative value of x, corresponding we get the positive value of the y fx. So we can say range is all positive real number. So all positive real number is denoted by r plus. So range of this function, particular I am talking about particular this function only. So range of this function is all positive real number, and the domain of the this function is a real number. Take another function, another example, say fx is equal to x cube. So in this case, again we draw a graph. In this case, what should I get? This is my y, this is my fx function, and this is my x, y dash, x dash. Give the value x as 1. If say if x is 0, fx is also 0. If x is 1, we have fx as 1. If x is 2, fx is somehow, say, fx is 8. If x is 0, fx is 0. If fx is -1, we get fx as -1. So if I get, I just prolong this. If fx is x is -2, then we get fx as, say, somehow here 8, -8, -8. So the graph of this function is like this. You can see that. It is like this. The graph of this function, you can see here, it gives me the function like this. This will be the graph of the function fx is equal to x cube. So this is my x, x dash, x, y, y dash, and this y is basically fx only. So the graph of this, if I take the prolong this, if I take the exact figure of this graph, it give me the result as in this type of curve. The graph of the function fx x cube is equal to this type of graph. And when we talk about the domain of this function, domain, you can see I can give any value to x, corresponding I will get the value of fx also. For every value of x, the graph is the domain of this function is given as the real number. And for the range also, and we know that for every real number there is a cube also. For every real number, we have a cube of the real number also. Then the cube of real number is the real number itself. Therefore, range of this function is real number itself. So, domain and range of the given, if this graph fx is equal to x cube is the real number. Rational function. A function defined by fx is equal to gx upon hx, where hx is not equal to 0. Rational function is basically depends upon the two functions. In this particular case, gx and hx are the two functions where hx should not be equal to 0. That means denominator function should not be equal to 0 in the case of rational function. So the graph for the rational function is same as the polynomial function. It don't have any graph in a particular graph. For every function, we have a different graphs. So it depends upon function to function, and the graph automatically changes according to the given function. For example, I have taken here the function as fx is equal to 3x cube plus 8x square plus 7 upon x square minus 9. In this case, if you want to draw the plot, if you want to plot the graph of this function, you give the value to x corresponding, you get the value of fx, and that will the point will be plotted on the graph, and you will get the graph of the this function. So rational function has no graph for no definite graph for it. Every function, every rational number has a different graph. So it depends upon a graph depends upon function to function. So in this case, if I talk about this function, we have the function in the form of gx upon hx, and the condition for the rational function says that the denominator function should not be equal to 0. In this particular case, what should I have the denominator? X square minus 9. So I can rewrite this function as 3x cube plus 8x square plus 7, and I factorize the denominator as x minus 3, x plus 3. I factorize the denominator as x minus 3, x plus 3. Why I have done such? Because I know that according to the rational function, our denominator function should not be equal to 0. So I have factorized this so that I get the value of x as 3 and minus 3, because if I put the value of x as 3, denominator becomes 0. If I put the value of x as minus 3, again denominator becomes 0. So in this particular case, we can say that x cannot take the value as 3 and 3. Minus 3 and 3. In this particular case, x can take all the values except minus 3 and 3. So the domain of this function, I can say the domain of this function, x can take all the values, but the domain of this function is all real number except minus 3 and 3. Domain of this function is all real number except minus 3 and 3. And the range will be the real number, because you give the value to this, and corresponding you are getting the value of real number also, again real number except minus 3 and 3. Proceeding to the next function, fx is equal to 3x plus 5 upon x plus 2. Again the function is in the form of gx upon hx, and the condition for real rational function says that the denominator function should not be equal to 0. That means in this particular case, our x should not be equal to minus 2. In this particular case, x plus 2, x should not be equal to minus 2, because if I take x as minus 2, denominator becomes 0 and the function is not defined. So we say that domain of this function is real number except 2. Real number except minus 2, sorry, except minus 2, because x cannot take the value as minus 2. So we can say the domain of this function is real number except minus 2. Modulus function. Modulus function is defined as fx is equal to mod x. Now again further this modulus function defined by fx is equal to x when x is greater than or equal to 0. When x is positive, we get the value of x as x. When x is less than 0, we get the when we open this modulus function, we get the value x minus x. For example, I say, suppose I have mod 5. I have mod 5. When I take the value as x to be 5, I will get the value as 5. And for this case, when x, because x is greater than 5 is greater than 0, so I will get x as 5, so we get the value as 5 only. But if x is minus 5, for less than 5, if x is minus 5, I have minus outside here, minus of minus 5, because our function is minus x. So if I take the x as minus 5, I will get the function as minus 5, which again give me the positive value. Basically, modulus function, what is the main criteria of this modulus function? Modulus function always gives the value to be the positive one. It changes the negative value of x also in positive, so we always get the result as positive. So in this case, the graph of the modulus function is given like this. You give the value x as 0, the graph fx is also 0. Here y is fx. The graph of fx is 0. You give the value x as 1, corresponding to get the value of fx as 1, because for x is greater than 0, you give 0, 1, 2, 3. For every time you give the value positive value to x, you will get the positive value to corresponding the same identical value for x also, positive value of this. So this is, you get y is equal to fx, or you can say y is equal to x. When x is positive, in this case, because this is the positive 0, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, this they give me the positive, it goes to infinity, positive infinity. So it gives me the result to infinity. So every time we give the value to x corresponding, you will get the positive value of y only. So positive value of x gives the positive value of y. But when you give the positive negative value to x, what will happen? When you say x is minus 1, for this x is minus 1, we will get the value as minus x, negative value of x, minus x. So minus of minus again give the positive value of y as 1. So we get 1 over here. Every time you give the negative value to x, corresponding you get the positive value of y. So this is y is equal to minus x. The graph is y is equal to minus x. So graph of modulus function is in the shape of v. Give the shape as v. For y is equal to minus x, the graph is on the negative side of x-axis and inclined to 45 degree of 45 degree to the x-axis, and here also y is equal to x. The graph is the straight line. So it gives the shape in the form of v in this particular case. And when we talk about the domain for this function, domain of modulus function, yes, domain for modulus function, again you give the value to x as 1, 2, 3, positive value, 0, negative value every time. So domain of this function is, throughout the function, it is a real number. Domain of the modulus function is the real number. When we talk about the range of this function, range is what? Range is the value of fx, corresponding value of fx. When you give the value to x, corresponding the value of fx will be the range of the given function. So you give the value to x, to give the value x as 0, you will get 0 to infinity, because the result of fx is always positive. You are getting the, every time you give the sorry, every time you give the value of x corresponding, you get the positive value of y. If you give the value of x as negative x, again you will get positive y. So we get the range as 0 to infinity. In modulus function, domain is the real number and range is 0 to infinity, and graph is in the shape of v. Signum function. Signum function is defined as fx is equal to mod x upon x when x is not equal to 0, 0 when x is equal to 0. Or we can say that since again it's a modulus function, we have to define it. So we can say fx is equal to x, mod x becomes x upon x, which is equal to 1 when x is greater than 0. Because for positive, when x is positive, we get the modulus function as x only. So x upon x, which is 1 when x is greater than 0. 0 when x is equal to 0. It will give the value as mod x, give the value as minus x upon x. The value is minus 1 when x is less than 0. When we plot the graph of this function, we can get fx is the value of y. Fx is the value of y. So we have the value of y as 1 when x is greater than 0. So for all positive value of x, the value of y is 1. Value of x is 0. The function is 0 when x is 0. So for y is equal to 0, x is 0. X is 0 and y is also 0. Fx is also 0. The point is here. You will get the graph over here. And then when x is less than 0, for all value of x less than 0, we have the fx as minus 1. The value of y is minus 1. So for all negative value, the value of y is fx is minus 1. So the graph of the signum function is given as in this form. It's just like a say it's for positive value it's this constant function 1. For negative value x, the constant function is minus 1. It's a constant graph, but it is being there is a breakup in the graph. For every positive value of x, we have a constant value 1, y is equal to 1. For every negative value of x, we have constant value as minus 1. For x is equal to 0, y is also 0. When we talk about the domain of this function, domain is, you can say, domain of this signum function is x can take any value 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, 0, can all values. So domain is real number. And when we talk about the range, range is the value of fx, and the value of fx is 1, 0 and minus 1. So we have range of this function is minus 1, 0 and 1. So range of signum function is minus 1, 0, 1, and domain is the real number. Exponential function, a function defined by fx is equal to a to the power x, where a is any positive real number. The graph of this exponential function is expressed as, you can see that when a is greater than 1, if a is greater than 1, we will get fx as a to the power x, and it gives the graph curve like this. The graph of the curve in this case is given like this. It tends towards the negative of x-axis, and it goes higher and higher towards y. Because when a is greater than 1, that means say 2 to the power x, 2 to the power 3, 2 to the power 4. If the a is 2, and we give the value to the power as 3, 4 and so on. If 2 to the power, say for example, a greater than 1 means, say a is 2 to the power 2. So 2 to the power 2 give me the result as 4. For here, if I have 2, the corresponding value of y is 4. If I have a to the power 3, x becomes 3, where corresponding we get the value as 8. So 2 we get 8. So the graph of the curve, for this graph, it give me the positive value, a higher positive value of y. When a is greater than 0 and less than 1. So in this particular case, it is somehow less than 1 and greater than 0. So we can say that let it be half. A is half. A to the power 2, if in this particular case I will get the value as 1 upon 4, which is equal to 0.25 roughly, and this being plotted here like this. In this particular case also, the graph is, we give the value as 0.25, it gives me the result over here only. It gives as closer and closer to the 0, but it will lie in the first and in this first and second quadrant only. The graph of exponential function lies in first and second quadrant only. It will never ever goes towards the negative value of y. It never gives the value of the value of fx can never be negative. Why it is so? We can say that, note, if a is 1, for if a is 1, we say if a is 1, what will happen? Give the value a to the power a is 1, and the power of x is also 1, then we get the value of in this the value of any the power of any 1 is always 1. You can say that. For example, you can take 1 to the power, say 10. The x is 10. 1 to the power 10. Any power, give me the result as 1 only. Our fx is also is 1. So it will be a constant function. When we say a converted to e, a is equal to e, a changes to e, we get e to the power x. E to the power x, what is that? Fx is equal to e to the power x, which is called a exponential function. When x is equal to 0, for if I say x is equal to 0, for say x becomes 0, what will have this may if e to the power x, the function of fx is ex only. When a to the power 0, give me the result as 1. Or you say e to the power 0, give me the result as 1. Say any number, a is greater than 1. Say 10 to the power 0, give me the result as 1. Say 27 to the power 0, give me the result as 1. For every value of, if you give the x as 0, every time we are getting the value as 1. So we have, for x is equal to 0, our fx gives the value as 1. So we can say 0 and 1 always lie in the graph of exponential function. Whenever you have to plot a graph of exponential function, 0 and 0 comma 1 point lie on the exponential graph. This is sure. When we talk about the domain and range of this function, we will say that the domain of this function, the domain of the x can take all the values. X can take positive and negative value. X can take positive value also, negative value also. We can say if I have, say, negative value, say 2 to the power, say minus 3. But what should I get? 1 upon 2 to the power 3. Make it the positive. So in again 1 by 8, 1 by 8. 1 by 8 will give me the again a value nearest to the 0. But it won't give the negative value. So x can take positive and negative both values. So the domain of this function is the real number. And when we talk about the range of the exponential function, it always be positive. Always be positive real number. You can say positive real number, or you can say it is 0 to infinity. The range of the exponential function is 0 to infinity, and domain is the range, the real number. Logarithmic function. If a is not equal to 0, a be any real number, and x is also a positive real number, then the logarithm function with base a is denoted as log ax, and it is defined as y is equal to log ax. If and only if x is equal to a to the power y. Now here we have seen for a not equal to 1. That means in this case a is greater than 1 because a is any positive real number. A is not equal to 1. That means a is greater than 1. And x is any positive integer. So x is any positive real number. So x is positive real number. Then if you give the value x as positive, a greater than 1, and corresponding the a greater than 1 to the power some value, corresponding we get the value x as positive real number. So y can take positive or negative both values. X can take positive or negative both values, because we can say that say 2 to the power minus 4 is equal to 1 upon 2 to the power 4. It becomes, give me the positive value to x. X is the positive value. When x is equal to 2 to the power 4, it is again positive. This give me the positive value. Again this give me the positive value. When exponential, we make the positive exponential by taking 1 by 2 to the power 4. This is a kind of an exponential function. So everywhere whenever the exponential function power is positive or negative, we corresponding the value of x is always positive. So according to this, if you observe this, the logarithmic function, the domain of the logarithmic function is, we know that the value of x is the domain. In this particular case, x can take the positive value only. So therefore the domain of this function is positive real number. And the range is the value of y. Range is the value of y, and we know that y can take positive negative both values. So we can say that range of this this logarithm function is real number. So range of logarithm function is real number, and the domain of the logarithm function is positive real number. Greatest integer function. A function defined as fx is equal to the greatest integer x. It is being defined as fx is equal to the value of x itself when x is greater than 0. If x is greater than 0, we will consider the value, the greatest integer value as x only, and it is 0 when x is 0. If we have x, the value of x is less than x when we have x is less than 0. For example, we can say, in other word, we can say that, say the greatest integer function be k. In that particular case, and this k belongs to an integer, we have that if and only if x is greater than equal to k, is greater than equal to integer, greater than or equal to integer, or strictly less than x plus 1. We have in this, we give the point to this, we say that x is greater than equal to -2 and x is less than 1. So in this case, -2 and -1, which is smaller? Smaller is -2. So we can take x is greater than or equal to -2. So we get the value of fx as to be -2. Again, when x is greater than equal to -1 and less than 0, we have the value x as -1. Or we can say x is greater than equal to 0 and less than 1. In comparison of 0 and 1, smaller is 0, we take the value as 0. So x is greater than equal to 1 and less than 2. In 1 and 2, 1 is smaller, we take the value of y as 1. And if we plot these points on the graph is like this. When we have x is, the range of x's lie between -1 to -2. We have -1 to -2. We will get the x lies between -1 to -2. The value of y is 2. This is the value of y, and this is, it's just less than -1. This oval sign shows me that the value of y is just less than -1. When the value of x is -1 to 0, then the value of y is -1 and not equal to 0. It is just below, less than 0. When the point of x is 1 to 2, you can say that 1 to 2. In that case, the value of y is 1 but not equal to 2. When the x takes the value as 2 to 3, then we will have the value of y as 2 but not equal to 3. Or in other words, if we make it clear, we say that let there exist c any real number. There exists c be any real number such that when greatest integer x plus c is given to us, when as the real number c is added to the greatest integer, the result is the greatest integer itself. Because for if you have, suppose you have a glass of water, it is already, the glass of water is full with water, the glass is full with water. If you pour some more water, what will happen? The water falls down, because the glass is already filled with water, the water falls down. In this case also, when x is already full, it is the greatest highest number, it always, when you add some more number, what will happen? That extra number will gets fall down and you will left with x only. So we can say that x is the x plus c, you will get only x. So we will get the value of, for greatest integer, we get the value of x as c. Suppose if a real number is subtracted from the greatest integer, if real number is subtracted from the greatest integer, now you have a glass filled with water. If you pour some water from the glass, what will happen? There is some empty space is there. When the water is being either 1 spoon or you simply pour a little amount of water from the glass, then there will be some empty space is left behind. So we will get the result as the empty space x minus c. It means that c can be added, still added in the glass. So we have this, we will get x minus c. So in this particular case, we can say that if something is added to the greatest integer, the result will be the greatest integer itself, the value of x is itself. And when something is subtracted from the greatest integer, you will get the value as x minus c. So this is how we can explain the greatest integer. And the graph of the greatest integer is just like a ladder. You can see it is like a ladder. The graph of greatest integer is like a ladder. So it is being explained like this. When we talk about the domain and the range of this greatest integer, domain is, see what will happen. What will happen? We are giving to the value of x as 1, 0, -1. X can take any value, 0, 1, -1, -2, -3, and so on. And similarly 1, 2, 3, and so on. Therefore, and we know that the value of x is the domain. So domain is the real number. And when we talk about the range, the range is the integer. Range is the integer. I is here. I stands for the integer, or you can say z. There, either you can explain integer as I, or you can express it as z, because z is also a symbol for integer and I is also a symbol for integer. You can make any of the symbol. So range is the integer. More, if you make it more clarified, so what will happen, say if the function is, say x is equal to 2.1, for if x is 2.1, the greatest integer 2.1, here we will get the result as 2 only, because the result of fx, our fx is the greater than 2.1, we get the result as 2, because our result y is always be an integer, so we get the result as 2. But if we have x as, say, 2 only, if x is 2, the result is 2 only. If x is, say, 1.9, if x is 1.9 less than 2, then the result is 1.9, but we take it as an integer, we will consider it to be as 1. 1.9 approximately, you can consider to be 2 also, so 1.9 will get considered to be as 1. So in this particular case, we can say that our integer is, range is our integer and domain is the real number. Solve for x. Function is given to us as greatest integer function 2x plus 1 is equal to -2. We know if k belongs to an integer, then greatest integer x is equal to k if x is greater than equal to k and less than k plus 1. In this particular case, we have 2x plus 1, greatest integer, is greater than equal to, in this case we have -2, greater than -2 and less than equal to -2 plus 1. The value of k is -2 in this particular case. So we have 2x plus 1 is greater than equal to -2 and less than -2 plus 1. So subtract -2 on both sides, will get -3 less than equal to 2x and less than -2 plus 1 is -1 and -1 is -2. Plus 1, I subtract throughout -1, I will get -3. 2x is greater than equal to -3 and less than -2. Divide by 2, you will get -3 by 2. X is greater than equal to -3 by 2 and less than -1. So the value of x is, x belongs to -3 by 2 and -1. X belongs to -3 by 2 and -1. Again, in this particular case, greatest integer 2 minus 3x is equal to 5. We know that if k belongs to an integer, then our greatest integer x is equal to k, and then we have k, x is greater than equal to k and less than, strictly less than k plus 1. In this particular case, k is equal to 5. According to this question, k is 5. So we have the greatest 2 minus 3x is greater than equal to 5 and strictly less than k plus 1, 6. 5 plus 1, 6. Subtract 2 from throughout by 2, we will get 3 less than equal to minus 3x is less than equal to 4. Subtract 2. Now divide by -3. When you divide by -3, sign gets changed. That means if I divide by -3, 3 by -3, less than equal to become greater than equal to x, and less than becomes greater than 4 by -3. Because I subtracted throughout by -3, so sign will change. divide by minus 3. Sign will change. So here I will get that x is greater than minus 4 by 3 and less than minus 1. So the value of x is x belongs to minus 4 by 3 minus 1. X belongs to minus 4 by 3 minus 1. Less than equal to is less than. So we have minus 4 by 3 minus 1, the value of x in this particular case. Find the domain of the function fx is equal to 4x log 4x minus 3. We know that the domain of the logarithm function is positive real number. So we have domain of the function is positive real number. So we have log 4x minus 3 is a positive real number. That means log 4x minus 3 greater than 0. That means 4x minus 3 is greater than 0. So from here we get the value of x as 3 by 4. So the value of x is 3 by 4 and we know that the value of x is the domain. So domain of this function is, domain of this given function is 3 by 4 to infinity. Domain of this function is 3 by 4 to infinity. Find the domain of the function fx is equal to 1 upon log 9 minus x square. Again, this is a logarithm function and we know that the domain of the logarithm function is positive real number. So we have domain of f is positive real number. That means 1 upon log 9 minus x square is a positive real number. That means greater than 0. So 9 minus x square is greater than 0. And 9 minus x square should not be equal to 1. Because if 9 minus x square becomes 1, then we get the denominator as 1 upon log 1, which is equal to 0. So 1 upon 0 is not a function. Function doesn't define, because log of 1 is equal to 0. 9 minus x square becomes 0, 1. Then the log of 1 is 0, where function does not define. So we have 9 minus x square greater than 0 and 9 minus x square should not be equal to 1. In this case, we have x square is less than 9 and we have x square should not be equal to 8. Here x is plus minus 3 is less than plus minus 3 and x is not equal to plus minus 2 root 2. So domain of this function is minus 3 to 3. Domain of the function is minus 3 to 3 except minus 2 root 2 to 2 root 2. Domain of the function is, in this case, domain of the function is minus 3 to 3 except minus 2 root 2 to 2 root 2, because x cannot take the value as plus minus 2 root 2, because if we take the value as plus minus root 2, then the denominator become log 1 and the value of log 1 is 0. So 1 upon 0 is not defined. So function does not define, we cannot get any domain. So therefore we have to be strict with this, that the domain is minus 3 to 3 except minus 2 root 2 to 2 root 2. I hope you understood this question part also, as well as the graph of all the functions. So some real function graphs we have already I've explained to you. I hope you understand by this. So keep watching my video. Must like and subscribe my video.